Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna be installing some clip-ins with y'all and just going over some of my plans for length retention as well as just growing my hair to its maximum potential in 2026. So let's just get into it. So I'm going to be using these clip-ins that I found at my local beauty supply. I'm pretty sure you can also probably find it online or at Amazon if you're interested. It's by the brand Zury and it's the natural wavy style in the color natural. And it has 7 clips and in total it also tells you some of the instructions on how to wash it, and it's also heat safe. I did install it yesterday, and what I really like about clip-ins, even if it's my first experience with them, is that I don't have to leave them in my head. Like I can take them out when I'm ready to go to bed. So that's a benefit, and it also adds volume to my silk press, especially since my hair is so short, you know. This is currently my hair. My silk press is right now at a week old. This is how it's looking. I did try this Olaplex dry shampoo yesterday. I'm not sure how often you're supposed to do this, but I will spray some in my edges since I did add edge control to my edges yesterday, and I don't want my hair to feel weighed down, as well as just the part that I left out as well. There's some product in there and I don't want to weigh my hair down. So the instructions for this dry shampoo is to apply it to your roots, and then after 30 seconds you go in and you massage it in. So that's what I'm gonna just quickly do that to refresh the front of my hair. Okay, I'm also gonna comb it through just to get it onto my actual strands as well. And I think that does something, because when I applied it yesterday too, my hair was a lot lighter. So yeah, I'm gonna try and multitask as I talk about this, but I'm gonna separate my hair in half first, because when I was doing the clip-ins yesterday, I realized that based on my head shape, this is how I should separate it. The first thing, or the first goal for me this year, is to make sure that I'm washing my hair weekly. And I know I just said that I'm keeping this silk press in for the next 2 weeks, but that's only because my hair was really over manipulated a little bit last week with the styling, and I also realized that I should avoid putting edge control on my hair while it's straight, because that leads to breakage. And going into this week, after my appointment, I told myself I was not going to style my hair or put any extra stress on my hair, which is what led me to looking into clip-ins, because it's a good way to style your silk press without any additional stress or tension or added product on the hair. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep my hair straight for the next 2 weeks, just because I'm in repair mode basically. But the plan is to wash my hair weekly, and if I'm not washing it weekly, wash it at least at the 2-week mark. That's my goal. Another thing is that I'm going to be making sure that if I'm doing a protective style or if I'm styling my hair, I'm doing styles that work with my hair and not against it. So I feel like my hair being straightened, a good way to work with my hair in terms of protective styling is things that doesn't put any additional stress or any additional tension on my scalp. So for the nape of my neck, I'm actually going to be using the one with the free clips, because I realize I have a very short width in the back. So I'm going to go in with this one first. And then I'm just hooking into my hair and then snapping the pin shut. Another thing I'm implementing is more blow drying, and so I had to get over my fear of heat and actually do research on how to make sure that I'm using heat correctly, as well as what I need to do while I'm applying heat on my hair. And majority of heat styling includes heat protection, as well as knowing what products to use, right? And so I had to like do some research, as well as ask my hairstylist for her advice and her input. And that's the thing, like if you're seeing someone professionally during your appointment, don't be afraid to ask questions about products, about, you know, tips on how to use your blow dryer, how to, you know, maximum amount of heat for your hair type. All these things are important to know. So if you don't know anything and you have a professional in your life, then just ask your trusted professional for information, and I'm pretty sure they will be willing to help you. I know in one of my videos I spoke about how like silk presses was stressing me out, and it was just too much that I had to do to preserve and all those things. I've stopped caring. Like, my hair is natural, and so it will revert back, and when it does revert, I just need to know how to like style it if I'm keeping it in a little bit longer, or if I want to keep it in a little bit longer. But I'm not going back to like reapply heat on my hair or any of those things, because that's also what leads to heat damage, especially if you have product on your hair and you've gone a couple days applying maybe some oils and some serums and whatever, and then you go back into like use your flat iron. That will definitely change the natural structure of your curls and all those things. And so if I do decide to have a silk press in, or because I don't really want to do silk presses too often, I tend to like really miss my natural hair. But I think like once a month, or once every 2 months, or once every 3 months at my hair appointment, it's not that bad, because it gives me the opportunity to see how much my hair has grown. And through blow drying or straightening or heat styling is where you can really see the condition of your hair, like if it's uneven, if you have split ends, where it's damaged. Like, heat styling will tell you exactly where your hair is at health-wise. Yeah, I have chosen to not be afraid of heat styling, and also not stress myself out about silk presses, and so that's kind of my energy towards heat styling or straightening my hair in 2026. So I'm gonna go in with another 3 clipper to the back hair, and I've already like pre-separated my hair. So again, I'm just hooking that in. Right here, right here, and right here. I spoke about like the correct products when it comes to heat styling, but just the correct products when it comes to like my hair type in general. And when I say hair type, I'm not talking about the typing system for like 4A, 4B, 4C, or none of that, because one person can have multiple hair types, and I don't really want to categorize my hair in that way. I do have type 4 hair, but when it comes to like products and understanding what it is that you need to do, the professional terminology or the professional typing system is a little bit different, because they reference fine hair, medium hair, and coarse hair. That is their hair types. And then you have like your density. So you will have either low density, high density, medium density, and obviously you have your porosity, which is high porosity, low porosity, normal porosity, right? My hair type, based on the professional typing system that was told to me by my hairstylist, I have fine hair, and that just refers to the size of my hair strand. It's really, really thin, which means that it's really, really fine, which means that it's a little bit more delicate and prone to damage and breakage if I'm not careful, if I'm not gentle with it. My density it's medium density. That means it's not full and it's not thin. It's medium, it's somewhere in the middle. And also my porosity, I have a normal porosity hair. And so when I go to get products on my hair, whether that's shampoos, conditioners, styling products, gel, mousses, all those things, that's what I look for. Sometimes the products will simply just say wavy, curly, kinky. Again, my hair would fall in between the curly to kinky, but I'm really trying to stick to like the professional terminology because that's what majority of products tend to reference. In order for you to understand like what it is that you need to be doing, or how you can care for your hair a little bit better, that is the typing system that you would need to use to find your hair type, your hair density, and all those things, because that is what professional products will reference. Now I'm going to use the 4 clips to go from ear to ear. Okay, I hope that makes sense, because you know I'm not a professional or anything, so take my advice with a grain of salt, okay? This is what I'm not going to be doing this year, which it goes back to my first point of like doing styles that agree with my hair. I'm not doing anything that is too stressful or causes like too much tension on my hair. That's one thing that I'm definitely not going to be doing. Okay, so for the front of my hair, I'm avoiding my edges completely by clipping the hair behind my hairline, and then I kind of go in with the comb and just like slightly pull my edges out. Okay, so that's how I do it, and I'm gonna put the last 2 on this side. If I need to use more, I'm really just gonna go into the second pack to add it. I'm also not going to be like stressing about my hair, my length, no, the hair growth, none of that, because if I'm doing what it is that I need to do, then the rate at which my hair grows, I don't think I'm really in control of that. I just want to make sure I'm doing what I need to do so that my hair continues to just be healthy and grow as strong as it needs to. But I'm not going to be putting any like pressure on my hair in terms of like how quickly it's growing. That doesn't make sense to do, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna add 1 more to the front since I ran out. Do we like the side part? I don't know. I don't think I really like that side part. It's looking like a hump. Let's do something like more like this. More like off center, but not too much to the side. Some additional things for me is really to just not hyperfixate on the growth of it all. Like, I know it's easier said than done, but I don't want to like over fixate on growth. I will be fixating on routine. That is what is important, having a good hair routine, because I know getting my hair on a really good hair schedule, that is what's gonna benefit my hair in the long run, right? And another thing I want to do is really just be creative with my hair, have fun with the journey of it. Also, like just finding things outside of my hair, like focusing on my health and my diet and my fitness, because that also contributes to healthy hair. So I'm gonna just go in with this Tea Silk Infusion Serum on my leave out, because I tried this yesterday and I realized like I didn't even have to use like a flat iron, because it made my hair like silky soft, and it also like helped in blending my hair with the clip-ins. Look at that. Look at that. And I recently got my hair trimmed, so I think that is contributing to how well my hair is blending. It's not like 100% perfect, because again, I'm not a professional or anything. I'm just a girl who knows how to finesse her hair. But yeah, this is such a like quick and easy way to really just switch your hair up, especially if you have plans to wear your silk press for some time and you're like me. Yeah, you could do like a low ponytail, you could do like a half up, half down situation, you could do like a you know, a claw clip situation. Like, it's really just up to you and what you have going on. For today, I'm just gonna keep it down. I also got this Kenra wax stick recently, so I'm gonna go in with that over my hair just to provide some support. trying to figure out if I should add another one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna add another clip-in right here. Okay. Yep. See, and that blends way better. Because my hair is like cut short, it's kind of like blends on the ends. So I have to like add more pieces so my hair can like blend a little bit better. So I'm really happy with how this came out. And then of course I can put it in a bun if I really wanted to. So yeah, it looks really good. It looks pretty natural. It's very like flowy. It's not stiff at all. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this came out. I'm actually really surprised that I was able to do such a good job. Like, I'm happy I have another style that I can add to my archive that is pretty easy for the days or for the weeks where I don't know what to do with my hair. Also for the days where I don't want to do too much to my hair. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is how the hair came out. Really cute. Yeah, so if you're at that point in your silk press where you don't know what to do and you know you still want to keep it in and your hair is a little bit shorter like mine, then just get you some of these and you can, you know, rock your silk press for a little bit longer. But yeah, that is how I did my clip-ins, and also that is how I'm planning on growing my hair and retaining my length in 2026. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.